If the growth is going to take place in Connecticut, it's going to take place here. But we have work to do. But the work we have to do is to continue to put this region on the map. That's what I do, that's what Danny Rivero does, that's what you do, that's what Ross Tomlin does. Because we've got a story to tell in terms of our lower labor costs, lower land costs, our proximity right in a tremendous research and manufacturing, precision manufacturing corridor in Boston, Cambridge, coming down through northeastern Connecticut, on its way to Hartford, New Haven, New York City, the biochemical industry in New Jersey, also in Groton, also in New Haven. We've got it here. And what we're doing right now is turning on the lights in northeastern Connecticut. Because before, we kept a little box over that, the light that we've got here. But we are working at QVCC. I'm working very hard to get shovels in the ground at the University of Connecticut in stores for a 21st century world-class research and technology development center, which will help develop and incubate the products and jobs of the future and help companies develop here in northeastern Connecticut. Because the companies that start at a research university usually stay pretty close to the mothership. And that's where we, with our corridor along 395, our proximity to Boston, our proximity to New York City, puts us absolutely in play. Because folks have the access to Cambridge if they want it, but without the overhead costs and all of the other substantial costs associated with being in either Boston or New York. So it's a very exciting time for us. And Mark and Ross were absolutely right when they talk about the pace of things. Working with Governor Malloy, Governor Malloy is 24/7, and it's so refreshing. And he wanted these things to happen right away, and they're happening. And we have in the audience Bill Covey, a businessman from Wyndham, and I've had a chance to talk with him, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time out in Wyndham later today. But when we passed some programs, and incidentally, you're going to hear more about the Step Up program that helps manufacturers create jobs, the Business Express program that helps small and medium-sized businesses get access to low-interest loans, grants, and other incentives that help them grow their businesses. On the table out front, after I leave, I'm going to leave some brochures that include information about all those programs along with the phone numbers and contact information that you need to get in touch directly with folks about those programs. And in the past, sometimes the state would roll out economic development programs, and you would learn about it, and then you'd have to fight through red tape or get passed from one person or to the next person in order to get plugged into these programs. These programs, they have rolled out now, and I was gratified to learn from Bill that after we passed this last year, he took it seriously. He said, all right, let me give these programs a chance. And there was one that promised that he'd get an answer within 30 days as to getting some financial help. And he absolutely got an answer within 30 days. It was an affirmative answer. And he has been working very hard to access every bit of partnership help that he can, and he's growing his business. So I'm so glad that he's here, and I'm sure if you wanted to talk to him afterwards about these programs, that would be great. We, in terms of coming together as a region, can use this manufacturing technology center, and we can use it in a number of different ways. What's most obvious is that this is a place where we can come together, and the local advisory boards that Mark was talking about, this is how business can have a direct input into getting the trained employees that we need. Don't let us come up with the courses. You all come up with the courses and the direction and the type of training that suits the jobs that are available here in northeastern Connecticut and throughout eastern Connecticut. That's the intent here. That this not be top-down, but this be from the grassroots up. So that's very exciting. I think it also provides a place where we can come together and unify and network not only about the job training that needs to happen and the courses here at QVCC, but also the needs generally for manufacturing in eastern and northeastern Connecticut. I mean, even though this isn't contemplated, even though this isn't written down in terms of the purpose for the Manufacturing Technology Center and these local advisory boards, why not grow the concept of folks coming together and talking about whether it's local issues, you know, if this region, if we could only change, for example, planning and zoning laws in this respect or that respect at the local level, it could help manufacturers. Why not have those discussions? If we could only get a message to our state legislators that if we tweak this program, if we change that program, if we created this other incentive, that it would help our manufacturers here in eastern Connecticut, let this be a place where that discussion can take place. And if we could only work together as businesses on this issue or that issue, let this be a place where that discussion, that networking takes place. Because, I mean, we've got tremendous assets, whether it's manufacturers working in the aircraft field, medical devices, plastics, on and on and on. And the more synergy that we can bring by folks unifying, coming together, identifying challenges and needs and assets, and then shining a light on those, getting the help where we need the help, but also emphasizing the assets when that's part of what we need to do as well, that's a key component of what this can all be about. And then in terms of local government, what I'm telling my colleagues, I used to be a first selectman in the town of Thompson, what I'm telling my colleagues there is, you know, we can work together regionally on economic development, and at minimum, and this is done informally already, and it's a very good thing. The local economic development folks for our towns communicate with each other, and they do a very good job of that. But we ought to be marketing this region collectively and jointly and cooperatively, because there is so much to offer in terms of northeastern Connecticut and its regions, our proximity to really the greatest concentration of population in the United States, the Northeast, and we are smack dab in the middle of it all and well positioned in terms of transportation